So there are many situations where life can become complicated, but if you ponder over it, how to work around the situations and help, whatever help you can render. You can meditate over various scenarios of any activity. Once you play it out in your mind, then it becomes easier to see the easiness of the simplicity of doing any source or any work.
So, Daaji, thank you so much, first of all, for giving us your time. And to start off with the session, I would like to ask you a simple but yet the most sought after question. Like, what is mind? Like, when I was researching on this, I came to know that it's definitely not brain, or it's not also a combination with brain or heart, but like what exactly is it?
Well, namaste and thank you for coming here. Mind is something like a software. What is software to a hardware? The mind is a software to the brain. Brain is the hardware. Mind plays out this role of its being a software and how we manifest based on the program that we create. In the computer industry, somebody creates a program and program runs the computer. In a real life situation, we are the creator of our own program. We create our mind, efficient mind or deficient mind, foolish mind or wise mind. This is our creation. So to answer briefly what is mind, it is software behind our hardware called brain.
How is mind related to health, and what is your view on mind and health and the overall well-being of an individual?
Inner environment is constant. External environment will be different. When you are at home, you have certain vibratory level in your family, emotional level in your family. When you go to work, it has a different environment. When you go to hospital to visit someone, it creates different environment within you because of the external environment. You become sad inside. When you go to party, the atmosphere makes you feel happy inside. Right? When you go to a temple, it makes you feel reverential from inside. So now the external things may change. Inner also reflects accordingly, but compared to the external environment, one has a greater control over the inner. I cannot change the external environment, but I can definitely change my inner environment. For example, if I'm angry and suddenly my little daughter comes in front of me, she wants to hug me, will you still wear the mask of anger? You'll have to drop it and hug the little darling, and life moves on. This is what we call ability to shift your consciousness instantly. If you're not, and say you are angry and your daughter comes in front of you, and you still continue to be bubbling with anger, and later on the health consequences on the little one as well as on yourself will speak loudly about you. So our inner behavior, our inner attitudes of being happy, being jealous, being greedy, being angry, irritable, all these have different impacts. Right? Why do the fist tighten up when you're angry? Right? Our eyelids, our pupils will widen. The blood circulation in the limbs will increase suddenly. This is a symptomatic response just to a simple outside fight or flight situation. But inner environment goes on changing depending upon whether you are facing a boss and then you have one mask of personality. When you are meeting your mother, you have one. When you meet your ex-boyfriend in the presence of your present husband, you have a different environment. I don't know what will happen to the hormones that goes on at that time or stressors. So we create our health based on the lifestyle we lead.
Now, sometimes we just can't really control our emotions, and that is what either affects the other person who is with us at that moment, or also our own inner self. So any some simple ways to handle those?
Focus your mind on one thing only, the main pursuit, main goal. When you are studying for your exams and you have so much of interest to excel in exams, would you be worried about other things? Nothing will touch you. You will be focused only on one thing. When you will have a baby and you'll be looking after a baby, not babies perhaps, and will you be distracted by your own discomfort? So, to some people, they would say, "Oh, I am not going to have babies. It's such an inconvenience." Yeah, many people think like that. So, to them, it's not going to be simple. To some people, it's an inviting thing. Oh, I like to have a whole cricket team in my family as babies. So it depends with whom you are talking to. So based on our interest, we go on responding with the heart. Your heart decides, your heart reacts, rather your heart responds to external situations based on interests. Just as you are happy to raise your own babies, would you be happy to raise somebody else's baby? Now there is a question mark. See? You will think many times because it's a responsibility and it will require greater care because it's someone's baby. You are more responsible. You will feel that, oh, I'm to look after my sister's daughter, or my brother's son, or someone. So you'll pay more attention also because you don't want to be blamed. So there are many situations where life can become complicated, but if you ponder over it, how to work around the situations and help, whatever help you can render, you can meditate over various scenarios of any activity. Once you play it out in your mind, then it becomes easier to see the easiness of the simplicity of doing any source or any work.
A person who is struggling to fight with the mixed emotions or uncontrolled emotions, meditation would help that person?
Meditation will help if the person is not meditating on stress. See, if you have a problem and you go on meditating on the problem, it will only become worse. So instead of focusing on the negative, focus on the positive. And slowly we can learn to play with positive emotions. And hold on to these positive emotions for a long period of time.